Does that smartphone your children bought you for your birthday feel less like a thoughtful gift and more like a final exam you were never given the chance to study for? Do you ever find yourself staring at a computer screen, clicking on the wrong thing, and then watching in a state of quiet panic as windows you don't recognize pop up, leaving you feeling frustrated, foolish, and completely overwhelmed? You hear your grandchildren talking about apps, the cloud, and FaceTiming, and it feels like they are speaking a foreign language, a language that everyone else seems to understand but you. In those moments, it is so easy to feel like you are being left behind, stranded on the shore while the rest of the world sails away on a digital sea. If this feeling resonates with you, if you have ever felt that sting of frustration or that quiet embarrassment, I want to speak directly to your heart right now and tell you two things. You are not alone, and it is not your fault. The world changed at a breathtaking pace, and no one ever stopped to write a clear and simple instruction manual for your generation. But here is the wonderful truth. Technology isn't just for the young. It is a powerful and often simple tool that can make your life easier, safer, and so much more connected. In this video, we are not going to use confusing jargon or complicated steps. We are going to gently share 5 simple, easy-to-understand tips specifically designed for anyone over 60 who wants to learn. We will discover how you can connect with your family in beautiful new ways, access a world of information, and simplify your daily tasks, all without the stress. It is time to stop seeing technology as an adversary and start making it your trusted friend. Before we begin this empowering journey together, I would be so very grateful if you would take a brief moment to support our community and our ongoing mission. If you believe this is a vital conversation that needs to be had, please press the like button and, more importantly, subscribe to our channel. It is a small act that makes a huge difference and allows us to continue creating this guidance for you. And most importantly of all, I genuinely want to hear from you. The comments section of our videos has blossomed into a warm, welcoming, and profoundly supportive space. Have you had a frustrating experience with technology? Or perhaps a triumphant one? Please summon the courage to share your story or your questions below. Your simple comment might be the very thing that makes another person feel seen, understood, and less alone on their own journey. Your wisdom is invaluable here. Let us begin with the first, and perhaps the most fundamentally life-changing, tip of all. It addresses the single biggest physical barrier that most seniors face with modern technology. Our first tip is, you must become the master of your own view by discovering accessibility settings. So much of the frustration with smartphones and computers comes down to a very simple physical problem. The text is too small, the icons are tiny, and the screen is too dim. You find yourself squinting, holding your phone at arm's length, or constantly searching for your reading glasses just to read a simple text message from your daughter. This struggle is not a sign of your failure, it is a sign of poor design. The good news is that every single modern smartphone, tablet, and computer has a hidden treasure chest of tools built right into it, specifically designed to help you. This magical section is usually called accessibility. Think of it as your personal control panel for your own comfort. Before you do anything else, you must learn to find it. Typically, you can find it by looking for a settings icon on your screen, which often looks like a gear or a series of sliders. Once you tap on that, you will look for a menu item labeled Accessibility or sometimes Display and Amp, Brightness. When you open this menu, a whole new world of control will open up to you. The first thing you should look for is the ability to increase the text size. Don't be shy about this. Move that slider until the text is large, bold, and comfortable for your eyes. You are not cheating, you are customizing the device to serve you, which is its entire purpose. You can also often find a setting to make all text bold, which adds contrast and makes it much easier to read. Another incredibly powerful tool within these settings is the zoom or magnifier feature. This allows you to use a simple gesture, like a 3-finger double tap on the screen, to instantly magnify any part of the screen you are looking at, just like using a physical magnifying glass. This is a game changer for reading the fine print on a website or looking closely at a photograph. I remember a wonderful woman named Barbara, 78, who was on the verge of giving up on her smartphone entirely. She was so frustrated because her grandchildren would send her beautiful photos of their school plays and soccer games, but they just looked like tiny, blurry smudges on her screen. She felt disconnected and sad, as if she were missing out on their lives. Her grandson, during a patient visit, showed her how to find the accessibility settings. He helped her increase the font size and, most importantly, taught her the 3-finger tap to zoom. The very next time she received a photo, she tapped the screen, and her great-granddaughter's smiling face filled the entire display. She told me later, with tears in her eyes, for the first time, I could actually see the freckles on her nose. I felt like I was there. This is not just about technology. It is about connection. It is about dignity. It is about not having to ask for help just to read a message or see a photo. Before you try to learn anything else, spend some time in your device's accessibility settings. Make it comfortable for your eyes. It is the single most important step you can take to transform your device from a source of frustration into a source of joy. The second secret is to move beyond just hearing your loved ones and start truly seeing them by creating your golden triangle of communication. For generations, the telephone was our lifeline to family who lived far away. We would have our weekly Sunday calls, and hearing their voices was a comfort. But in today's world, where families are often spread across the country or even the globe, a simple phone call can sometimes accentuate the distance rather than bridging it. You can hear their voice, but you can't see the smile that goes with it. You can't see how much your grandchildren have grown. You miss the nuances, the shared laughter, the simple, profound connection that comes from seeing a beloved face. This is where video calling becomes not just a feature, but a miracle. I call it creating a golden triangle because it connects you, your child, and your grandchild in a beautiful visual way. Whether you use FaceTime on an Apple device, Google Meet, Zoom, or the video call feature within WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, the concept is the same. It is a phone call with a camera. Don't let the different names intimidate you. Ask a family member to help you set up just one of these apps on your phone or tablet. Have them put the icon right on your main screen so it's easy to find. Then, have them create contacts for your most important people, your children and grandchildren. The next step is to practice. The first few times you try it, it might feel awkward. You might not know where to look, or you might accidentally point the camera at the ceiling. That's okay. Everyone goes through this learning curve. Laugh about it. The goal isn't to be a perfect television producer, it's to connect. I once knew a gentleman named Frank, an 83-year-old widower who was feeling profoundly lonely and isolated. His son lived in another state, and their weekly phone calls felt more and more perfunctory. His son kept suggesting they try a video call, but Frank was resistant. He felt it was too complicated, and he was embarrassed that he wouldn't know how to use it. "I'm too old for this nonsense," he would grumble. Finally, his son coaxed him into trying. He called Frank on his tablet, and when Frank answered, he saw not just his son, but his 7-year-old granddaughter, Chloe, holding up a drawing she had just made for him. Her face was beaming with pride. She then proceeded to give him a grand tour of her messy room, showing him her favorite toys. In those 10 minutes, Frank laughed more than he had in months. The distance between them completely collapsed. He wasn't just hearing about her life. He was, for a moment, in it. From that day on, their video calls became a cherished ritual. He could attend her birthday parties via the tablet. He could see her new puppy. He could even read her a bedtime story, with her seeing his face and him seeing her sleepy eyes. This is about so much more than just technology. It is about presence. It is about refusing to let physical distance create emotional distance. It is about showing up in your family's life in a way that truly matters. Choose one video call app, get a little help setting it up, and give yourself the gift of seeing the faces you love. It can transform your relationships and vanquish loneliness in a way that a simple phone call never could. The third secret is designed to combat the feeling of being overwhelmed by the sheer vastness of the internet. The secret is to tame the information overload by choosing one trusted source. The internet is like the world's largest library, but a library where all the books have been thrown on the floor and no one is there to tell you which ones are fact and which ones are fiction. You type a simple question into Google, perhaps about a health symptom, a recipe, or a piece of news, and in less than a second, you are presented with millions of results. This is not helpful, it is paralyzing. It can lead to confusion, anxiety, and even expose you to dangerous misinformation or financial scams. For a senior who is new to the digital world, this information fire hose can be so intimidating that it makes you want to shut the computer down and never open it again. The solution is elegant in its simplicity. Instead of trying to navigate the entire ocean, you create your own small, safe, and trusted pond. Instead of browsing aimlessly, I want you to consciously choose just one trusted source for each of your primary interests. For your daily news, for example, instead of randomly clicking on sensational headlines that pop up on your computer, choose the official website of a major newspaper you have trusted for decades, like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, or perhaps the website for the PBS NewsHour. Bookmark this one site and make it your go-to destination for news. By doing this, you dramatically reduce your exposure to fake news and politically charged propaganda that is designed to make you angry or scared. For your health information, this is even more critical. There is a terrifying amount of dangerous and false health advice online. Choose one or two highly reputable sources, such as the official websites for the Mayo Clinic or the National Institutes of Health, NIH, and make them your exclusive sources for medical information. For your hobbies, the same principle applies. Do you love gardening? Find one reputable gardening website or one YouTube channel that you enjoy and trust, and stick with it. This strategy does two wonderful things. First, it dramatically reduces your cognitive overload. You are no longer trying to sift through an impossible amount of information. And second, it creates a much safer online experience. You are far less likely to stumble upon websites that are trying to scam you or steal your information. I remember a woman named Eleanor who became terrified after reading an article on an obscure blog that claimed her blood pressure medication was a poison. She was in a complete panic for 2 days, ready to stop taking her life-saving medication, until her son was able to show her that the website was a known source of dangerous conspiracy theories. The experience left her so shaken that she was afraid to go online at all. We talked about this one trusted source method. She decided that from now on, she would only get her health information from her doctor and the Mayo Clinic website. The sense of relief she felt was palpable. She had taken back control. She had created her own safe and reliable corner of the internet. This is not about limiting your world. It is about curating it with wisdom. You are the gatekeeper of your own mind. Choose your sources wisely. The fourth secret is a wonderfully low-tech solution to one of the highest tech frustrations, the nightmare of forgotten passwords. The secret is the magic of a simple password notebook. If there is one single thing that causes more seniors to give up on technology than anything else, it is the infuriating, soul-crushing experience of being locked out of your own accounts. You need to check your email, or pay a bill online, or log in to see photos from your nephew's wedding, and you are confronted with that dreaded little box. Enter your password. You try the one you think it is. Incorrect password. You try a variation. Incorrect password. After 3 tries, you are locked out, and your frustration level is through the roof. It can make you feel incompetent and defeated. And the modern advice for this problem is often useless for a beginner. Just use a password manager app, they say. But that's just another piece of technology you have to learn, with another master password you have to remember. We are going to sidestep that complexity entirely. We are going back to a technology that has worked for centuries, a pen and a simple physical notebook. Now, I know what all the cybersecurity experts say. Never write down your passwords. And for a young person who takes their laptop and smartphone everywhere, that is sound advice. But let's be realistic about your life. The chances of a thief breaking into your home, finding your specific password notebook, and then using it to nefariously access your online pharmacy account are infinitesimally small compared to the very real daily frustration of being locked out of your own life. For you, this simple notebook is a powerful tool of independence. Here is how you do it. Go out and buy a small, simple notebook, one that you can dedicate solely to this purpose. On the first page, for the first website or account, let's say it's your email, you will write down 3 things very clearly. 1. The name of the website, e.g. Gmail. 2. Your username, which is usually your email address. 3. Your password. That's it. You do this for every single online account you have, your online banking, your pharmacy, your Facebook account, your Amazon account. Keep this notebook in a safe, secure, and consistent place in your home, like a drawer in your desk or on your bedside table. This simple act transforms the entire experience of using the internet. It removes the stress, the guesswork, and the fear. It turns a major source of anxiety into a calm, simple, and reliable process. I had a client named George who was on the verge of tears because he kept getting locked out of his online banking portal to pay his utility bill. He felt so defeated and so reliant on his son to come over and constantly reset his password for him. I suggested he start a password notebook. The next time I saw him, he was beaming. He held it up and said, "This little book has given me my independence back." Do not let the fear of forgetting stop you from participating in the digital world. Embrace the simple, powerful, and effective magic of a password notebook. And finally, we arrive at our 5th secret, which is about recognizing that learning is a journey, not a destination, and that it is always okay to ask for help. This secret is to give yourself the gift of a tech tutor and learn how to ask. One of the biggest reasons seniors give up on technology is that they feel stuck and have no one to turn to for help without feeling like a nuisance or a burden. Your adult children are often busy, stressed, and may not have the patience to be good teachers. They might sigh with exasperation or, worse, just grab the device out of your hand and fix the problem for you, leaving you having learned nothing. The secret is to formalize the process of getting help. I want you to find a designated tech tutor. This could be a tech-savvy grandchild who you can make a special arrangement with. It could be a kind and patient neighbor. It could be a program at your local library or senior center. Or it could even be a paid service that specializes in helping seniors with technology. The key is to find someone whose role is specifically to help you learn. And just as importantly, you have to learn how to ask for help in a way that respects both your time and theirs. Instead of calling your daughter in the middle of her workday and saying, "My phone is doing that weird thing again," which is a vague and frustrating request, try a more structured and respectful approach. Send her a text or call her at a good time and say, "I'm trying to learn how to save the photos you send me to my phone. Would you have just 20 minutes this Saturday afternoon to walk me through it? I would be happy to bake your favorite cookies in return." Notice the difference. You have identified a specific, single task you want to learn. You have proposed a specific time. And you have offered something in return, which changes the dynamic from you being a burden to it being a respectful exchange of time and value. Many local libraries and senior centers now offer wonderful, free technology classes specifically designed for older adults. These can be incredible resources. You will be in a room full of your peers who are all facing the same challenges, which completely removes the feeling of embarrassment. You might even make new friends in the process. Remember, it is not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It is a sign of wisdom. It is an acknowledgement that you are still learning, still growing, and still curious. Don't let the fear of asking a stupid question, and there are no stupid questions, keep you from unlocking the incredible potential that technology holds. As we bring our time together to a close, I hope you can begin to see a new path forward. A path where technology is not a source of fear or frustration, but a gateway to a richer, more connected, and more independent life. It is about understanding that the frustrations you faced are not a reflection of your intelligence or your capability. They are simply the result of a world that changed too fast without providing a proper map. These 5 secrets: mastering your view with accessibility settings, creating your golden triangle of video communication, choosing your trusted sources, keeping a magic password notebook, and finding your dedicated tech tutor, are the simple, foundational points on that new map. They are designed to put the power back into your hands. You are not too old to learn. You are not bad with technology. You are a capable, intelligent adult who simply needs the right tools and a little bit of patient guidance. I encourage you to choose just one of these tips, just one, and make a commitment to try it this week. Perhaps it's just finding the accessibility settings and making your text larger. That single, small victory can build the confidence you need to take the next step. You have navigated decades of life with all of its incredible complexities and challenges. You can certainly navigate this. Thank you for your time and for your courage to learn. Your journey is an inspiration. Please share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. And if you found this guidance to be helpful and empowering, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might need to hear this message of hope. We look forward to seeing you again.